You're watching PTV.
I want my PTV. I want my PTV. I want my PTV.
You're watching PTV.
Uh-oh.
What
Doug
did you do?
tried doing something and he did it wrong. So apologies, everyone.
I'm sorry, everybody.
He needed to ask me. Let me go ahead and give you the actual intro.
You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. Starring Arnie De Herrera, Doug Silva, Ben De Herrera, and Sherry Ketzel. Featuring all your favorite Christmas crafts with Sherry, holiday drink recipes, and holiday home decorating tips from the boys, holiday shopping, and so much more. It's time now for PTV Live.
Yes,
I hurt. He hit me hard.
I did not hit him.
Yes, you did. Oh my god,
But he's quite embarrassed by the whole thing. He thought
3 shades of red, see?
he hit the keyboard here.
I wanted to go over here.
What he wanted to do was he wanted to move from one screen to another in our control center, so he started pressing buttons.
He hit click, and I'm like,
I said, "What are you doing? You can't do that."
Doug, I'm going to say this with a lot of love. Try not to do exactly what my mom does to get things going on her computer. She's 92 years old, bless her heart. We've told her to go just to the little compass for Safari so she can get on the internet. But she's pushing all these different
well, you
buttons.
get rid of all of them. You get rid of everything. You take everything out of the dock.
Well,
you can do that.
I suppose I could do that.
Just remove from dock so she can only have the one.
But I think I think Doug has learned his lesson. He doesn't touch control center.
I know.
No, you.
I wanted to see that, and so I hit the down arrow key.
Yeah, and
boy, did that blow up real fast.
You hit the down arrow key when it does it. I have so that you know what's going on. I use this software called Ecamm Live that we use for running our show. When I use this, I set up these scenes, and it's a list of things, and you can go through them by hitting the down arrow, and that's what happened with Doug. So and then all of a sudden things started happening. Like, oh no!
And I do.
What did you do?
Yes. So glad I didn't say. You guys heard my expletive, but yeah, I do bruise like a banana. I am delicate as a starlight orchid. Oh
Yes.
my God!
Yes, Mike Wheeler does know this. He says,
yes,
"Don't hurt my
do.
dainty Doug."
I do. I'm very fragile. Holy crap!
Welcome to the show,
Hello, everybody.
everyone. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Ben.
So welcome everyone to PTV Live Holiday Edition. Sherry is off tonight. She is visiting, actually on vacation.
She's on vacation.
She's on vacation with.
She's vacationing with her oldest daughter, with her daughter and their family.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where Sherry is
Yeah,
tonight.
she's out. She's traipsing around. She's far away.
She's actually enjoying the coast in Mendocino. So
It's a beautiful. There's a beach called Glass Rock Beach, which someday I would like to go to. All these pebbles are nothing but all glass, and we don't know how they got there. We obviously assume that it's probably trash. It's beautiful.
yes, and Gudetama is sitting in her place. So
It's untied. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know, Doug actually
with
said
Famorama.
we should get little blue fingernails for Gudetama to mimic Sherry.
And he laughed out loud. There was a lot of LOL.
Oh, yeah.
Ben,
Oh, yeah.
Benji is here. Did you happen to catch his short video that he has on his channel
Oh.
today?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's a channel introduction
It's
video.
it's a great intro.
very well
If you are not subscribed to Let's Go to the Bar, go check it out. And if someone could drop his channel here in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. But what it is he goes to various parks throughout Southern California and sometimes visits outside the area as well. So, like for instance, we met up with him here in Northern California at one point. We had breakfast with him before he spent the day with his friend
Joe the Butcher.
Joe the Butcher at California's Great America. So,
It was fun times.
It was
hang
fun.
out. If you want to hang out with us or our people, we're
Yeah.
really weird.
we're available. If anyone ever finds themselves in Northern California, make sure you get a hold of us so we can see if we can't maybe at least have a meal or something together, or maybe a cup of coffee. Because we do like meeting up with people.
Oh, Sherry's fine. She doesn't need to do this. All she does is...
If there is no Sherry, we riot.
that's fine. You guys all can leave.
No,
We started out without her. We'll end it without her.
No,
It was fun.
No, Sherry is a great dynamic with our channel.
She's a girl.
She is the queen of crafts. So we're not going to be doing crafting tonight. I know we talked about that last week,
and I had fantasies, and I was going to do it, and then I changed my mind, and then we talked to another person, and one thing led to another. We rearranged our show yesterday.
Yeah. So
It's all good and tongue in cheek. There's some fighting words, but I mean, it will be fun.
there's some fun stuff ahead. So you're not gonna want to miss it. Stick around for the
all I have to say is that I am glad I don't have to deal with a hot glue gun. Even with the little pink protectors on my fingers, there's
Yeah, that's a winner.
yeah.
We'll see Ben with the hot glue gun on another week, but not
But
tonight.
I need to be supervised. This Gudetama is not going to do it for me.
But Richard is saying it's time for a holiday cocktail. Not quite. We need to visit a friend first. Here is a little video of Chatty hanging on the Mickey tree that usually is in the Mickey room. And you'll see him hanging out in various trees in the forest throughout the season. But this is just some archive footage that we have. Because obviously I don't have a Mickey tree set up right now in the room.
It's in the bedroom, people. We have 2 of these.
Yeah, 2 Mickey trees.
And every ornament is a actual physical Mickey Mouse that has his full body.
Yeah.
It's quite insane.
If it's just Mickey's head or the mouse head,
that goes
that's
here.
on the tree that sits right here. And you'll see it.
You'll see it.
You'll see that one come probably late September, early October.
It'll go up fast.
We'll have that one in place. So, yeah. We're just about ready for the countdown to Christmas here. We're really looking forward to it. Ben, how many days until Christmas now?
154.
That means only 54 days until our countdown to Christmas starts when the forest goes into place.
Yeah,
That's 7.5 weeks. That's not a lot of time.
No, it's not.
We printed out our calendar and we blocked out days. We're just finalizing it. So we'll know this chunk, this is going to get done. This is what's going to get done. So we already started.
And we'll keep you informed of the progress on all of that, of course. But let's go ahead and let's go to the bar. Let's see.
Gingerbread cream.
No, that was last week.
Okay.
Okay.
That's wrong.
That's the cocktail that Sherry made, but yeah, let's go to the bar. I'm going to present our camera here so you can actually
This
see
is
it.
from Apple Hill. You guys can't see this thing. The camera is like, ooh.
Yeah, there it is. It's a bottle of cider.
It just says cherry Seinfeld. It's a tart cherry pie.
Tart cherry pie, keep refrigerated.
I can't see.
And it's 6.1% by volume for alcohol. But
I have now learned to have to start using glasses when I read cookbooks in the kitchen.
I'm going to go ahead and pop this open.
I mistaken a half a cup for a quarter of a cup because I couldn't see the measuring cup. So I have to always wear glasses now in the kitchen.
Just off camera here, I'm going to go ahead and pour. Oh my gosh, it's got a nice little red cast to it.
Oh, it does.
Are you using clear glasses?
Yes.
Yeah, our Macy's glasses.
Okay.
They're the seller, you know.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
You don't have pint glasses. We have pint glasses in our cabinet in the kitchen.
No, these are just, what was that, Spaceys?
But if you see this,
It looks pretty cool.
It looks like Kool-Aid.
it does. It actually does look a little like
rusty.
Kool-Aid. But it's got a nice red cast to it.
Oh, I love this. I loved everything we got. I love those guys.
I must say, this particular brewery, Hidden Star Orchards, they brew their ciders locally, and they sell them at a store up in Apple Hill, which is east of Sacramento. That's where we got these. This is one of 6 that we tried, and I'm very happy that we got this one. This is a very good one.
I just love it. Everything cherry.
Gillian, who is one of the women that works there at the bakery at Hidden Star Camino, recommended the Cherry Seinfeld. I'm glad we got it.
Well, I wanted some cherry. I was going to get it anyway because I love cherry so much. I like ciderific.
Yes, it is ciderific.
I guess you can say. I mean, it is cider.
Okay.
Hard.
Yeah, it is actually it's very tasty. Very tasty. So I'll be...
It's going to go good with the chocolate cake and ice cream from Trader Joe's.
The ice cream is from Trader Joe's. The chocolate
Oh my
cake,
God.
Doug baked. But you'll see that in the moment of Groovy. And also
The
a little
vanilla
bit later.
ice cream from Trader Joe's, Ben, is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, French vanilla.
We will never buy anything from the store. It has to come from Trader Joe's.
Well, we have drink in hand, which usually means it's time for a Hallmark Channel movie review.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is not your normal review here, and that's because...
2 reviews.
2 reviews. Well, we actually can touch on the one review first, and that's Haul Out the Holly, starring Wes Brown and Lacey Chabert. That was on Hallmark Channel on Saturday nights. It was a rerun from when it premiered last year around mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very quirky comedy. It's more than just a romantic movie. It's a comedy.
And it's very Christmassy. It's just, that's about decorating and Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a movie. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Just for the fact, because it's Christmassy. Is it good? Oh, gosh, no.
But
I really, really, really like it.
Wes Brown is the president of the HOA in this particular cul-de-sac. And he rules with an iron fist. He's out there with all the fines and everything like that. So, yeah. But yeah, that was fine. There was no new movie this week.
That's why it was fortunate that we were able to watch the movie on Movies and Mysteries on Friday night.
Right. So that was Haul Out the Holly. We would say that that's okay, but one thing that we did see with that, there's a sequel. And the sequel is coming this Christmas season for Countdown to Christmas. Haul Out the Holly. I think it's Lit Up.
Lit Up.
I think it's called Lit Up. Anyway,
I think it's gonna be fun.
Sequel?
It's a
There's
sequel.
a sequel to
It's a
this.
sequel, yeah. And
I think it's right because she gets the house, and she gets now she has a bow.
yeah, and one thing that I like about it is that it really incorporates all the neighbors in that neighborhood with snowball fights and decorating. It's a very quirky neighborhood, so it's a lot of fun. But let's actually talk about this particular movie.
Okay, this is
Hold on. Before we go on to that, Sean's got a really good point. He says that Hallmark needs to do more of a mix of Christmas movies and not only romantic ones. Now, there was one that I do remember that was credited to the Hallmark Hall of Fame several seasons ago, where this family had a lot of mishaps. They were in a car that wound up going down in the ice and all that. That was not a romantic movie, but it was certainly Christmas themed all the way around.
I agree. Same thing with one from the Hallmark Hall of Fame called Christmas with Holly. And that one was actually just reviewed. The video just dropped on a channel called Hit or Miss Hallmark Movies. John and Daniela host that channel. They're going to be on our show next week when we review the new film from Hallmark Channel from Saturday.
Aloha.
It's called Aloha Heart. That's next week. But this movie was on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. If you missed it, we did an interview on Thursday night last week prior to watching this movie on Friday night. And that interview was with, well, the description here is, while trying to reunite her grandfather with his lost love, Annika teams up with college sweetheart Ryan to create a book about the experience, documenting different love stories along the way. Stars Andrea Brooks, Patch May, and Michael Strickland. And it was directed by Nicholas Humphreys, or Nick Humphreys. He prefers Nick. So Nicholas, of course, is professional, but he prefers Nick.
Now, why do you say that he prefers Nick, Arnie?
That's what his friends call him.
We asked him.
I asked him directly. Says, "Do you prefer Nicholas or Nick?" And he says,
"But you see,
Nick.
Everyone here may not have seen the interview on Thursday, so you may want to talk about that."
Yeah, watch the interview because it was fantastic. Yeah, if you missed that interview,
and then come back and watch us.
Yeah, if you watched that, if you missed that interview, do yourself just catch it because it was a lot of fun with Michael and Nick.
It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. But we watched this movie with I guess trepidation because I didn't want it to suck because we had just watched it with we had just interviewed Michael and Nick the night before. But for me, it turns out this was a fantastic film.
And it's not because we interviewed them that helped, but it was just a really good movie.
Ben, what was your feeling of the film?
It felt like a Hallmark movie from about 10 years ago where the love interest was there, but it wasn't necessarily the driver of the film. It just happened to be part of the story. But the story is what was really good about the film. You can't say that about every Hallmark movie that comes out these days.
No, it's very true. And this particular one, it really did feel like like we were talking to a friend kind of thing. Like visiting a friend. Because it just felt comfortable from beginning to end. And it was just definitely a plus because of the fact that we knew one of the co-stars who played a great antagonist, by the way.
Oh, he was nasty.
He was nasty.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen him in that type of role.
Yeah.
And he played a pretty good villain. I mean, villain it's a strong word. I mean, he was just doing his job as a book publisher.
Yeah. But Nick nice job with his direction. I mean, you really felt the connection between the two. Andrea and Patch had worked together on another film that Nick had directed last year or the year before. I forget what it was called. Something about
they had just really good chemistry.
Yeah, they had a very good. And then the younger girl that was her name was Ellie. Actually, she's just started following us on Instagram. So cute.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it was a wonderful film. If you have not yet watched A Lifelong Love, if you have Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, go check it out. We highly recommend it.
It felt good. It was very entertaining.
What was our rating?
It was 10.
10 gold crowns.
It was
10 gold crowns out of 10. It was
good.
Yeah, Paul, you're absolutely right. It was the best film since 2020.
Absolutely.
Just was overly good. I mean, there was just and it just followed.
It was entertaining. It didn't lull. There were just no drops in the storyline. It went along the way it should, and it had really good pacing.
Yeah, it really did. But we gave it definitely a 10. Yeah, Sean, definitely. It was a 10. But I'm very happy about this one. And I hope that we see more like this coming from Hallmark. Now, Nick did mention that he was working on another one. He couldn't give us too much detail about it, but he would let us know when it was coming closer to airing so that we could probably review that one as well. So, absolutely. Congratulations to Nick Humphreys on getting the first 10 gold crowns of 2023. Absolutely. And well worth it. So, Nick, if you're watching, or Michael, if you're watching, thanks again for the wonderful interview last week. We absolutely loved having you on our show and hope we can do that again. Everyone, thank you for this one. This was actually definitely one that everyone will want to see. I cannot say that enough. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break? We're done with the review now.
I had to reply back.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here. You're watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. Okay. We use the Friendly TV app to watch Hallmark. And now we can watch Lifetime, History, A&E, and more. There are over 30 channels from which to choose. We can even add Hallmark Movies Now to our subscription. Plans start at just $6.99 a month with no commitments. Download the Friendly TV app today at try.friendlytv.com.
You're watching PTV.
And now, another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa. When fluffing an artificial tree, start at the top and work your way down. We find it's easier to fluff and light one branch at a time. This gives you room inside the tree to maneuver your lights along your branch from inside to out. Fluff each branch with an equal amount of tips pointing up and down. Then, starting at the inside of the tree where the branch attaches to the trunk, weave your miniature lights over and under the tips on one side of the branch. Once you have your lights on one side of the branch, repeat the process on the other side, outside to inside. It may take you a little more time to light your tree this way, but you will be very satisfied with your results. You can only string along a limited number of light strands together. Try this tip to maximize your lights. Run a surge protector bar inside your tree. Rewind it around the trunk of the tree to secure the cord. Once you have your light bar in place,
Just plug in your light strands. You'll be able to increase the number of lights on your tree. And that's another decorating tip from Pepper Tree Villa.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sticking around with us. We're
so
back.
long.
We are back. A couple questions here. One is from Rachel's Adventures. When do the trees start going up, and how many this year at Pepper Tree Villa? Well, the trees start going up September 16th. That's
We'll probably start Friday night in a way. It's
maybe
the 15th.
Yeah, the 15th Friday
September
night.
16th is a Saturday. We'll probably already have trees lit in place probably by that night.
Yeah.
I mean, we're chop. We got to get things going.
Yeah, I definitely will do
And
that.
your tip about wearing gloves, yes, these trees are pokey. Your hands will be completely raw. And since we're very fragile and tender, see, look at these very soft hands. They'll kill us. So we use baseball gloves. Oh, it's great. Or batting gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. And if you didn't have them, you need that layer of cow skin on you. If you don't have that, you're toast.
Definitely.
And then when we're also doing stuff, I usually have sleeves or wear a long sleeve shirt because this gets also very...
Yeah, your arms can't get
I look like a
scratched
drug
up.
addict with all the, the prickings of the...
So the
It's like
ornament you
horrible.
see on screen here is Toy Maker Santa, and it's a series that's still going on now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like edition number 24, I think.
Yeah.
24th, the 24th in the series that they have.
We might have a few.
Yeah, I think I have a few of the Toy Maker Center, but it's not a consistent collection that I have. But I'm seeing more questions here. On average,
They like it.
how many strands of lights per tree?
Depends on the tree.
It depends on the tree, but on average, it is it's between 150 to 200 lights per foot, usually. But
That's a lot.
it depends on if the tree's really slim, then it's maybe 50 to 100 lights per foot. So it just depends on the tree.
Yeah. So on average, we say if it's a 7-foot tree, it could have almost 8 to maybe 900 lights. So it's about 100.
Not necessarily, because the tree in my room that sits right here, where I'm sitting right now, I usually get about 1,400 lights on that tree, and it's a 6.5-foot tree. Of course,
But
the
over you
temperature,
go like
the temperature in my room goes up about 15 degrees when you turn the tree on.
It's true.
Oh yeah, it's the whole Clark Griswold. The power supply goes out in the city. Yeah, you really overdo it, and I mean it's absolutely stunning. I mean,
Pretty.
It really is.
you can't overlight a tree. Really, you can't. But it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
There is a limit to the number of lights that you can have plugged into your rotating stand,
Yeah,
and that is 2,000.
2,000 lights is the maximum in a rotating stand.
And what do we do on the Disney tree?
Arnie challenged that back in 2005 with the gold lights on the Disneyland 50 tree.
But that tree didn't rotate.
No,
That's true.
That tree did not rotate.
with the power bill, this is how I say
Your
it.
electric bill is probably outrageous.
It isn't.
You would think it
You would
is,
think, but it isn't.
but we don't have all the trees on all the
All the
time.
And
No.
if that was an issue, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
So we already know and budget and already mentally figure, the power bill goes up a little bit, it goes up, but we already know.
I do like Roxanne's thought, though. You can never have too many lights. Like
oh,
you can never have too
Yeah.
many hats, gloves, and
Now,
shoes.
the tree in my room is on every time we do a show, or if I'm doing a video and I'm doing a presentation in front of the tree. Other than that, the tree tends to stay off most of the time, unless I'm in a festive mood and I just want to like cozy up in my chair, watch a TV movie, and enjoy the lights. And it's just the TV and the lights that are on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, just because we have 33 trees doesn't mean they're all on. And they might go on for a little while and then we turn them right back off.
Yeah.
So
but it's
a whole thing.
We do enjoy them throughout the season. So
yeah.
Ben, you mentioned ornaments, and I know you've had some Hallmark ornaments that you showed last week, but apparently you have more stuff to show.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I like what Richard says here. The real trick is to add blinking lights on the interior of the tree and static lights toward the outside for a glimmering effect. Yeah, actually, it's very true.
Yeah,
we've done stuff like that. We layered it. We've done it where it was supposed to be.
I do that on the 4 main trees in our house.
Yeah. So Ben, you said that you had something that you got this week?
I actually have a couple of things. Let me move my mouse out of the way. I have a box here.
Is this more crap delivery?
This is more crap delivery. It wasn't necessarily delivered to my house, but I picked it up. This is a little plate or a little bowl dish kind of thing that was picked up for me at the Daiso store. Now, for those of you that don't know Daiso, it's kind of a Japanese dollar store kind of thing. It's not a true dollar store, but things are very inexpensive.
It's like Woolworths.
I would say it's like a 5 and dime kind of thing. It's a Woolworth.
Yeah, it's a Japanese Woolworth. That's a really good description of it. This, well, like my little friend here, Gudetama. Let me turn him around.
Yeah, why do we butt?
He likes to he has his butt showing all the time. But this is a Gudetama bowl.
Oh.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have that, and as a birthday present, I was given a couple of pint glasses with Gudetama on them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let me get these out for you.
Ben, Wanda wants to thank you for turning him around.
I know. That thing should have blue painted fingernails. Oh god, that's so Japanese.
He's a lazy egg.
Yeah, it's a cheeky character.
And the other one is him laying on his stomach.
Okay, there it is. Yes, he's a very lazy egg.
Yes, very, very lazy egg.
What? Why aren't all eggs lazy? They don't do anything. They're not fertile.
Well, he's just called a lazy egg. That I don't know where that comes from. All I know is that I like the character.
Yes, but like chicken nuggets. Wings.
Now, when I went out shopping with my wish list at the Hallmark store, I didn't
tons
go
of that.
I didn't what?
There was tons of that stuff there at the Hallmark store.
There's a lot of Gudetama stuff. I'm not showing anything Gudetama from Hallmark right now, though. After looking at them at the store and seeing them in action, I picked up the 2 Hallmark.
No! Shut your you know what.
I had to because they're so well done, and I have the 7 Star Wars ornaments that were released over the course of 3 years, and those are put on a special wreath, and they do the whole like 15 to 20 minute retelling of the original New Hope story. And
the Nightmare Before Christmas ornaments do the same thing. It tells a whole story, just like 10 minutes long. And then, Ben, remember those Haunted Mansion ornaments? 3 years worth, 3 each year. There are going to be 9 in the series.
Yeah,
but
you got the topper.
I got the tree topper too.
Oh my word! Oh
it's like
wow!
150
Look at
books.
that!
This is a piece. The Hallmark, the Haunted Mansion logo is the remote that gets the whole story starting. But there are things that are done on the mansion where the ghost host begins telling the story, and you don't get the whole presentation. I don't think you get the whole presentation without the mansion. So I wanted to have the mansion. Now I know there are some people who are Disneyland purists and would prefer to have the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland, but the Hallmark opted to go with the mansion from Florida. It is also the mansion from Tokyo. So I wanted to get it.
Yeah, I totally understand.
I was thinking of it.
That is amazing, Ben.
Yeah,
Actually, it's amazing.
I mean, I know that you could. It's probably going to be more like the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Pam saying, "Can we get a video of the presentation on Life with Ben?"
But if they have some and I have some pennies left over,
Yeah,
I'm afraid of that too. That's my deep down afraid is that will be an integral part of all of them.
Yeah, well, the thing is that these 3 ornaments will not be featured on my episode this coming Thursday. I have the rest of my Disney Hallmark ornaments that I picked up, but the episode had already been edited and rendered and ready to go by the time I got these ornaments. So I didn't want to have to redo the video and restage everything. It would have been too much of a hassle with the way everything is set up here in my room and the way I had set up the way I did the episode. So we might see a short with some of these things, but I would have to also get a power cord out of the attic that I have so I can hook up the ornaments properly and show them working. I won't do any of the sounds or music because of copyright strikes.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely get the lights and everything going for you so you can see the effects.
Yeah, but D&G is saying maybe they'll do Disneyland Dimension next year.
They might.
We can hope. We can hope.
Yeah, I forgot that. I mean, I know I'm going to love Tokyo Disneyland, and I forgot that's the one they picked.
Yeah.
Because they went around and they picked, what was considered the best. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's not that they picked out the best. They picked out what they felt would work best in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the Haunted Mansion is exactly the same.
Yeah.
In almost both.
It is.
But they probably figured they don't need to go down like in California. They figured they didn't need that, where the one in Florida.
But speaking of Disneyland, Richard says, I want the new choo-choo popcorn bucket from Disneyland. We're working on it.
Yes.
We have a couple contacts. Hopefully we will be able to get one, but there are no promises.
No, because we actually asked 2 of our major contacts, and I can't guarantee anything. He asked the one, and I asked another, and they're very cheerful. And we never ask for anything. So when I say it's a huge favor, it really is.
Yeah.
We can't guarantee. It's hard to go into the parks now just to get swag. But the fricker, the train lights up. Yeah. There's a light.
I want to make sure that we can still get through to some of the other stuff that we have planned, because we still have a lot to show you tonight on our show. So why don't we go ahead and move on to our next...
When did you go out and buy that? Just got to bug up your butt? All the Haunted Mansion stuff.
Yeah.
When?
Well, I went out on Saturday, and the thing is that I got an unexpected gift card that covered a good portion of the cost of the mansion. So that's what prompted me to go ahead and just drink the Kool-Aid.
Okay. Got it.
I'll see how much I can do. Okay. How much are organs going for? I have to look at that. Blood. I'll look it
He's
up later.
still looking.
I need to get my glasses.
Okay. Well, as you know, last week was our birthday. Ben and I had our birthday last Wednesday, the 19th. And we had a wonderful time together, Doug and me.
Yeah, not with him.
Not with Ben, no. Ben was working that day. I took the day off, and we did a day trip.
Well, I don't have the luxury of a lot of time off yet because I just started a new job in May. So I have to build up vacation time in order to take time off.
Yeah, you will. But we started the day just driving away from here to the villa, and we went to a town nearby, Livermore, to an outlet mall. And while we were there, we went to a few stores. The Disney outlet is there. We tried going to the Corningware outlet store. They were closed.
Yeah, they were not open.
Even on their open time, the lights were still out. We said, let's give up.
We didn't really want to just waste our time for it to go in there and geegawk. I wanted to, okay.
I have a dear friend that lives in Livermore, and I reached out to her while we were out and about saying, I cannot remember the name of this bakery that I wanted to go to. And she said, oh yeah, it's called Dan Good Cookies. So let me show you a quick video here. We got to Dan Good Cookies. Any better, and you'd have to swear. This is actually a guy just has a storefront. It's open 5 days a week. His name is Dan, and he lives locally here, but his store is in Livermore. And he has his cookies all packed up, ready to go. That's the back of his store there, and there's Dan. There's Dan. Very, very nice guy.
Very simple. The cookies are actually very good.
Yeah, the cookies, as a matter of fact, we bought. Well, I'll show you the package here. We bought this particular package here of Muddy Macs. It's a chocolate chip macadamia nut cookie, and the bag is empty. So that was.
I'm really fussy on my cookies.
The price of the cookies are usually $10 or $11 a package.
For half a dozen.
For half a dozen. And these are definitely gourmet cookies. They're delicious. But something else that they have new, they do lemon bars.
He loves him some lemon.
I love lemon bars. And so I went ahead.
Do
you want to try one?
I'll probably have a little bite.
Here, have.
No, I want a little bite.
Well, have a bite. Take it. Have a bite.
Oh, wow. You have to eat
this. Yeah, you have to eat the crust. The cookie itself is crunchy on the bottom.
I'm with Wanda. I love lemon bars.
And this is one of the best lemon bars I've ever had. The bottom is crunchy, but yet still soft, and the texture is perfect for it. They're not too sweet.
I'm not a huge lemon fan because I already think everything tastes like pine sol or soap. Everything I literally have cleaned since a kid, I always use lemon smells. So I've hated.
Well, I must say, I am thrilled with that cookie.
It's actually very good.
It's very good.
And it has the right tartness to it.
He does ship cookies.
I gotta go wash.
You can go to dangoodcookies.com and order cookies. You cannot get the lemon bars shipped at this time.
What other cookies did you get?
I just got the chocolate chip macadamia ones and the lemon bars, and they were fantastic. Richard says, "I want to go to Dan Good Cookies in November."
Mm-hmm. Well,
okay, we'll make that happen.
I got my butt pillows.
He's open Tuesday through
Saturday.
Closed 2 days a week, so that he could have a weekend.
I think he started toward the end of 2019, and his first prosperous month was January of 2020, and then the pandemic happened, and he's still around.
But man, his cookies are really good. So
Very
we went
nice.
there. Now, after we went to Dan Good Cookies, we went and did a drive to a little town called Cuisine in the Central Valley.
6,200 people out in the middle of nowhere, the Central Valley.
And we went to a place called Wolfson's. It's a sausage factory. Now, Ben, you've been to the Jelly Belly factory, right?
Yeah.
You know how many flavors they have there? You know, they've got dozens of flavors.
Yeah, they've got a good 40 plus flavors.
I think that's
with
the sausage company.
There was sausages the eye could see. There were sausages everywhere.
And
How many flavors of sausage do you need?
Between 30 and 40 different
well,
flavors
they
of
had
sausages.
over 40 sausages.
I was very overwhelmed with the sausage.
Gosh.
Doug had a hard time
I
deciding
had-
which ones to pick up.
We got 6 sausages.
We
Very
did.
overwhelmed with
But
my
we
sausages.
have them for various reasons. One of them, we asked the lady behind the counter, says, what sausage do people purchase when making a stuffing for Thanksgiving?
They looked at me like I had lobsters coming out of my ears. They had absolutely no... I didn't even know you could do that. And I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I think I got what I wanted. But they had a pizza sausage. And then they had chicken types of sausage. They had bratwurst sausage. They had sausage this. They had linguiça for that. It was
They had
amazing. But
and
follow them.
Dewey, they had various. They had chorizo. They had various flavors. They had some that were specific with different cheeses and different flavorings.
It was
They had
awesome.
sweet. They had spicy. They had they had a habanero sausage
They
as
did
well.
they had a very spicy one. They had an apricot.
Their website. Go to
Wolfson's.
yeah. Look up Wolfson's. Do a Google search. If someone could Google Wolfson's
They
sausage, drop the link here in the chat because I'll tell you this place is amazing. They are getting ready to do
Yes.
some shipping
Kill 'em
later
off.
this year. They'll be able to do some shipping, so you could order there and get it shipped anywhere in the country.
They had chicken sausage, sausage is
But-
pork, but they had also a beef sausage.
We grabbed lunch while we were there. We had
linguiça
a
sandwich
linguiça
and
sandwich.
a tri-tip.
We also had a tri-tip sandwich with
And it
barbecue
wasn't
sauce.
really warm that day. Now, we've been going through like almost 105 or 110 in the Central Valley, and it was only in the mid-90s, but it really wasn't bad. We ate outside. There was a fly that drove me nuts, but we ate outside in the Central Valley.
Thank you, Richard. That is the link for the sausage place.
Excellent place. And that's literally
And it's
in the middle of
yeah,
nowhere.
Gustine. People drive from all over to go to this sausage factory to get their sausage.
There was that
And
guy in
I
that
recommend it.
that beautiful Corvette. Literally
Well,
out.
Gustine is like 90 minutes into our trip to Southern California.
Yeah,
Right. And it's
but we're gonna be going into the building here, and you'll see this is just the freezer. Some of their older, like the day olds are there, but then there's the counter,
Holy
and
crap.
each row is a different type of sausage.
yeah, that is
and
no
some of
joke.
those rows have 2 types in each row. It's
All right.
incredible. They've got so much. This is the tri-tip sandwich that we had, and then there is the linguiça sandwich that Doug had.
I love my Disneyland shirt.
So yeah, various types of
I've
sausage.
never seen so many sausages.
I know.
It's like it's the Disneyland of sausages, or the Jelly Belly of sausages.
But it was
It
incredible.
was fun. It was a good drive, and you think a little town of 6,200 people out in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere. It was great.
A couple blocks away, a new store, a donut shop opened up in town there. Savannah's.
Now, did you know about this before you went?
Not the
it
donut
was
shop,
just-
no.
We just drove right by it. It was just
Yeah, they don't. The sausage place does not ship yet, but they're working on it.
working on it.
Toward the end of the year, check back. They'll be able to start shipping. So, oh boy, it's a sausage party. Oops, that didn't come
Okay,
out
enough
right.
of the double entendre, you dirty, dirty old birds. Shame on you all.
Look at that rum shot. So anyway, Savannah's Donuts. There it is, Gustine. They just opened this year, and I'll tell you,
It's just a
we
little-
we do like donuts. We'll go various stores and check them out and see what's going on. You walk in, it was nice and cool inside, plenty of space to sit down, and right there, just simple.
Very simple donuts.
But-
she gave us a glazed one. That was
She
very
gave
nice
us a glazed donut as a sample, and I'll tell you, it's the best glazed donut I've ever had. It was airy, it was flavorful, it was soft, and it was warm.
It was moist.
That is an old-fashioned blueberry donut, Ben.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was good.
that was a very good donut. So I highly recommend it. Doug also wanted to try a raised chocolate glaze, and that was good as well. So
Did you get any cream filled?
no, we didn't.
I
We-
don't do
I'll
creamy.
tell you, we already had so many things that were happening. we had so much food, and then we were also coming back to do this. We came back to bake a cake. And yes, they have milk bars there. They looked really good. We just didn't have time. Well, we had time. We just didn't have an appetite to eat everything because we just had sausage sandwiches, and then we got the donuts there, and we were coming home to bake a cake.
There was a thrift store on our way, but it was a thrift store of clothes.
But it's a dark chocolate cake that Doug did, and I'll tell you, it's just absolutely incredible. That's just the batter for the cake itself. It cooked it in 2 8-inch square pans.
Because we don't do circles because we're very square.
But of course, he uses parchment paper. Much easier to get out of the pan. They don't stick that way. Checking the moisture, making sure that's springing. There's the nice, wonderful chocolate frosting. He put a layer on top, and then there was another one to...
Yes, Ken. Actually, I really like donuts.
The second layer is going to go on top. So, yeah, swing, batter, 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 batter. Yeah, definitely the parchment paper is the perfect way of getting it out of that pan. It just lifts right out. And
Very
then
fudgy.
I turned it over and put it on top of the other one so that Doug could finish the icing right there. It was just downright delicious. Are you and Doug going to pull a Ben and Sherry like Friday?
Oh, no, I'm not that rude. They ate on TV. That's rude to you all.
Yeah, we don't have the cake here. I mean, it is in the other room, and we could eat it, but it's still coming to room temperature.
He has to control this, and if you guys see, it's really hard for him.
It's a messy cake, but it's downright delicious.
It was good.
Yeah, it was very good.
It's all made with Valrhona chocolate.
So,
Noah, I'm with you. My mouth is drooling too. I love a good chocolate cake.
it's a very good dark chocolate cake, I'll tell you.
It wasn't just made with cocoa powder. It actually had more melted chocolate than cocoa, so it was...
And it was
almost on the verge of being almost a brownie.
70% Valrhona, so
Yeah.
the 70% cocoa, dark chocolate, so it was very good.
Ben's like, wah, 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 wah.
Now, Ben, you've got a garage update. I want to go ahead and start playing this video because I want you to tell us what's happening here with this.
All right. This is the foundation that was left behind after the garage having collapsed and was hauled away. That's what was left behind. Nothing but the old foundation and brick work from 1936. And it was a mess. There's no rebar in there because it was old construction.
So they were able to break. Oh, yeah, they're there. They're breaking it up.
Ooh, that's super
Starting
thin.
to break up. Yeah, this is the next day.
That's thin concrete.
It was only about 3 inches thin. And as you can see, they're still got some of the cracked up concrete there, but they pulled it all up. But you can also see tree roots right within all of the concrete there. And those are roots that came from the tree that fell. So it's just, it's kind of frightening to think that that was all underneath the garage. And Lord knows how far it went under the driveway or under the other part of the patio.
Now, is that Richard that is, Richard is doing the...
Richard's crew.
Okay.
Now you'll see some of the broken up wall that was there, some of the brick.
Oh, there's the brick.
Some of the aggregate patio that had been poured by my father that had to be ripped out so that they could make a better spot for the retaining wall that's going to be put into place.
Now, it looks like you're going to have 2 retaining walls to hold up both sides of the...
I don't know how they're going to do it, but yeah, there didn't appear to be any type of foundation on the left side of the garage. And on the right side, there was a little bit of a wall, but you can see there it's starting to be taken apart.
Oh my gosh, all the concrete is gone from the patio deck.
1/3 of the patio was taken away. And you'll see a little bit further down. Oh, hey, Danny.
Hi, Danny. Oh, by the way, Danny is Doug's niece. She's married to a guy named Clay. And today's Clay's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Clay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of concrete that they took out of there.
Ben, Wanda wants to know, did you find Jimmy Hoffa?
I thought I would, except his body would have been riddled with tree roots.
Yeah, that's true.
But you can see they worked really hard at trying to remove a lot of the root system that was left behind by the tree. This is about 5 or 6 days into the project of them starting to get a little bit more earth taken out and establishing more of an area for making way for a retaining wall.
It looks like they're going further back.
They are going a little further back.
Wow.
And yeah, that pipe and that whole area was all taken out too. Now, I don't know how they're going to fix that, but I'm going to trust they will.
Oh, but I know Richard. They'll figure it out. It's all
that exposed pipe was a drain that had been clogged for years and didn't do anything to drain any of the water from the patio. So anyway, this is another day.
Concrete's gone.
Yeah, a lot of the concrete was gone. This is like a day or two later, and you can see that even more has been dug up.
Oh wow!
And
that dirt probably hasn't seen the sunlight in about 100 years.
Yeah, well, close to 90 years. So they're establishing more of a trench to allow for the footer of the foundation to be poured.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And you guys, this area is so small. A little Yugo car or a Mini, a BMW Mini, or
those are all roots that were pulled out.
That's what's going to fit in that garage.
Those aren't branches. Those are roots.
Those are roots that were pulled out from underneath the garage foundation.
That's crazy.
I knew that thing. I knew it. Oh, how I saw it all those times. I knew it was going to happen.
Wow, this is crazy, Ben.
I know, right?
Those evil neighbors.
Yeah, and then you'll see in the next video or the next section of the video, you'll see more of the trunk that was taken out of the wall opposite or next to the neighbor's yard. It's insane at how much they pulled out. This is all still day after day footage. I see that is also part of, I don't know if it was the root system or if it was another tree that had just been laid down there to make a barrier wall on that side of the neighbor's fence.
Wow. I'm just astonished by all this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy what they've been doing, because that all right there is tree trunk or tree root or whatever, but it's massive.
Oh my gosh. That's the root, but it looks like the trunk just on its side.
Yeah.
Holy
cow. And I don't know if it's the root from the tree that had been there or if it was a log that had just been laid down and was finally being pulled out that had originally been just left there for part of the foundation or the side wall. But you'll see that they worked really hard at getting a lot of that out of there.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Look at that. That is just insane. And looking at it, it looks like it was possibly root system from that tree.
I would say not possibly. I'd say definitely. I would say that's definitely from that tree.
Yeah, but they've done a lot.
Yeah, and I must say I'm with Wanda. I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah, well, you and me both. We're
Well, the garage itself had already been in a tenuous situation. It was falling apart.
Yeah, it was ready to be taken down.
We had a bomb cyclone, and it was the real bomb cyclone. And
But
it was
this is footage that I took this afternoon. And you'll see that some of the materials there for the footers and the molds for the foundation were just brought in. And they're going to start working on that tomorrow.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I'm really excited to see this project get moving because it's one of those things that we've needed to get replaced for a while. And
well, Ben, please, I hope we get another update next week on this.
If there's more footage, the garage is actually right off here to my left, out in the driveway. I live at the back of the house on the bottom level. It's a split level home, but I like to call this my cavern.
That's definitely it's definitely a hidey hole.
And is Zoo Garage going to be in its place, Ben? Soon, hopefully.
We're hoping that the whole project will be done by the end of August.
Wow. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Well, everyone, we're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and talk about the topic of tonight. That's the worst Christmas candy ever. You're watching PTV Live.
The 407 Original Brand Apparel celebrates Orlando's famous area code as an affordable casual line of clothing that allows you to say you love Orlando without saying you love Orlando. Shop my online store for men and women's 407 Original Brand Apparel today, where American Express is warmly welcomed.
Make it after all.
That's Life with Ben. Ben, what's happening this Thursday on Life with Ben again?
We're going to be seeing the second half of my Hallmark haul that I picked up during the Ornament Premiere Week.
Wonderful.
You'll see all the miniatures and Disney-related Hallmark ornaments on this upcoming episode.
Richard says, "Ooh, I need to update my commercial." Yeah, we actually need to do an update on a lot of our commercials as well. So
yeah,
that's coming. We promise we will have some fresh material there for the commercial breaks soon. But in the meantime, everyone, why don't we go ahead and get started with the worst Christmas candy ever? Now, let me preface this by saying I am sure there are going to be fighting words with some of these.
And we're not meant to piss anybody off. We're not here to that this is the all in, the be all. Some of these are purely adored and they're very important, but this is just fun, tongue in cheek. And some of it is just flat out nasty. So it was a fun idea. It all kind of came up yesterday. I love the idea because everybody talks about their best, what they love, what's your top 5. Nobody really talks about that there's just stuff that people do not like.
Sean,
hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Let's go ahead and let's start with number 10.
These make for great decorations.
Yeah, for some, this may be delightful. Ben, have you ever had ribbon candy?
I've looked at ribbon candy with disdain. I've never tried it.
Now, why with disdain?
I tend not to put squirmy, wiggly things into my mouth to consume.
Hard candy. It's very...
Except for curly fries.
Okay.
This one is very vintage. I think it was invented in the 20s or 30s. I only had them out for decorations. I remember my grandparents having this.
We have some nice...
So it's very nostalgic, and I wanted to buy some just to put out for decorations. I would never eat it.
We have some wonderful handcrafted ornaments that Sherry did out of ribbon to make it look like ribbon candy, but it's actual ribbon. Those are nicer than the candy.
Yeah, it's much more. It's much more as a decoration than to eat. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Okay, let's go on to number 9. Okay, Peeps.
Okay, I'm not. Even though I love the concept of Nightmare Before Christmas, where 2 holidays collide. I mean, we have a full-on Halloween Christmas tree, people. So I don't mind it, but there's just some things stick to the holiday. And Peeps are Easter. Don't sully up any other holiday. I don't want Peeps for, Halloween. I don't want Peeps Christmas. These are nasty.
Yeah.
And then there's a video that we did of a taste of
actually,
Christmas.
I like what Sean says. Peeps needs to stay in its lane.
Yes,
I agree.
I believe there's certain things that need to stay and not cross-pollinate or try to go in and take every other's holiday thunder. And I think this is just nasty.
Danny didn't know that Christmas Peeps were a thing. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, here's a sample.
This program was made possible in part by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Next time on Pepper Tree Villa, it's a taste of Christmas you won't want to miss.
This is for my peeps.
Okay.
This is a gingerbread turd.
I remember that. It was nasty. I've actually tried them.
Ken asked a very valid question. What lasts longer, ribbon candy or fruitcake?
Oh,
That's a good question.
I would like to know. There's a lot.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Matt says ribbon candy was my number 1. Where's this going to go?
Okay, yeah. One, I think it was Benji said hard candy, like ribbon candy, they all taste the same. And that's kind of why we did it, is because what's special about it is just a hard candy.
Yeah.
Benji, you're awesome. He says the Peeps have become self-aware, and this is the result.
I don't know why.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there it is. The Peeps have become self-aware. This is the result. Yeah, you know what? You're right about that.
It's
You're
nasty.
Absolutely right. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm sure there are Peeps for every holiday. Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
there is. I've seen jack-o'-lantern
Okay, now
ones and ghosts.
but we talked about hard candy. Well, let's take a look at this one.
As a kid, I loved this. It came in a round can, and we put it in a candy dish. And as kids, we really just never ate it because I was just not one for it. But every year, which he's going to show you.
Okay. Now, here's the story. As soon as I saw this on our list, I thought, you know what? This reminds me of a Simpsons episode.
Yes, and this has happened to me as a kid.
Bart Simpson is raising money, I believe, to buy a comic book. And so he goes to the neighbor. It's arranged for him to go do some errands for her and some chores around the house, like cleaning the rain gutters and things. Cloris Leachman played the character. And this was that picture when he grabbed the candy out of the dish. The whole thing came out of the dish in one solid piece.
And so that's what we had to. I always stuck in the candy dish because it was in the living room by the fireplace. And because the fire in that living room got so hot, the candy always kind of melted in one mass. So we always had to soak it to get out of the candy dish and with hot water. I just remember that stuff vividly. It's more childhood. Again, I like it, but it's hard candy.
At least you can suck easily on the hard candy. Gosh, try to suck on ribbon candy, Droolapalooza.
Oh.
Not talking from experience.
You just have to beat it and then nibble on it.
Okay, let's go to number 7. All right, Sean, you mentioned this, talking about pickle-flavored candy canes that we tried. We tried them earlier this year.
Gem, Orange Sunshine.
Wasn't there one called like a butter flavor?
Yep,
the one with mushroom with shiitake. It tastes like iodine. It was absolutely nasty. One was dill pickle.
Terrible.
Yeah, Jim from More Sunshine sent it off. He took pieces of it. and he gave it this year. It was nasty. But
Yeah, Jim.
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
But candy kings are candy kings. I don't want burger and fries candy kings. I don't want Fruit Loop candy kings. I want candy canes. Again,
Mara does like the cherry flavored candy canes.
That I probably could see because a cherry kind of feel.
I could warm up to that, but
Yeah,
but
the
really,
ones are terrible.
yeah,
There were sardine flavored.
yeah, and that was vile.
there was mushroom, there was dill pickle, there was popcorn,
There was a
was
ketchup one
nasty.
too.
ketchup.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, let's move on to number 6. Now, there are some that may really like lifesavers in the storybook for Christmas. You used to get them as a kid.
I used to always get them in the stocking stuffer. And I like lifesavers. Again, it's another hard candy, but it's just one of those things that it's not really a Christmas candy.
No.
And I still have my lifesaver, acrylic plastic ornament that's on the nostalgia tree that is about 40 years old. So it has nostalgia reasons, but this is not Christmas. You know, lifesaver is supposed to be a bottle of your grandmother's purse full of, old lady funk. So that's what lifesavers are supposed to be for. She digs it out of her purse, has hair, perfume. It's, it's all wadded. It's the lifesavers are all part. There's loose change with it, and you eat it. She gave it to you when it tastes metallic, and you were so happy. So I love lifesavers. No butterscotch though. That stuff is nasty. But lifesavers have to come out of a bag of old ladies. I love them, so that's my lifesaver story.
All right. Ben, shall we go to number 5?
I just want to say I like some lifesavers, but I have to agree with Doug. It's not necessarily centric to Sick to Christmas. But
Ben,
oh my God.
Benji has an idea there. My grandpa always had a pack of lifesavers on him, and he'd share it with us. It was the same way with our grandfather.
It was a grandparent thing way back in the day. We're talking 50 plus years ago, but
okay. D&G says now we know what happened to Doug when he was young.
Oh, you do not want to know the color of the sky in my world.
I think that.
What was that, Ben? You were saying?
I think there's a reason why Doug used to refer to his grandmother as Grand Monster.
Oh, I had 2 grandmothers. One was Smoky Grandma, and the other one's Gray-Headed Grandma. That's how we just named him. Because one smoked, and the other one had a lot of gray hair.
Now, this is one of
like
those
blue and silver candles.
This is one of those candies that's probably going to be fighting words for some people, because some people absolutely love chocolate oranges.
They could be good. Just like See's Candy has flavored chocolate, and you can have raspberry flavored chocolate, but it can go bad real fast. It can get very metallic-y and very artificial.
Yeah,
So this one's on the thing. This could just go really bad.
I like what Jonathan says. Candy companies believe when you add the word Christmas edition to any candy and change the food coloring to white, green, and red, it's fine.
I know, it's not. Leave lifesavers.
Jonathan, I guess they do that in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Sean says, yeah.
Either that or they just export American crap up to Canada.
It's the type of chocolate they use.
Okay, this one I can get behind. The chocolate oranges with liquor in them.
Those, we had that one.
Yeah.
That was really good.
With Grand Marnier, or maybe with some...
It was absolutely amazing. So,
triple sec or Cointreau.
But this is... I actually had one, and it was nasty.
Do they do Christmas Sour Patch Kids?
I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah,
That's a good question. Maybe they do. Ben, I know that you're not a fan of oranges, are you?
I'm not a fan of chocolate oranges.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep that in mind now. So,
Chocolate needs to be left chocolate and not infused with citrus. That's my statement.
Well, there's Gene.
Gene, but fruit should not be chocolatized.
Very well put, Gene.
I like that.
With the exception of cherries.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Number 4.
This is the cross-contamination that I do not like. No.
See, Jonathan was just talking about how Christmas companies will just say, let's make something red, green, and white and call it Christmas, and everyone will eat it. No, that doesn't. Nope. Doesn't work. It's candy corn.
It's candy
corn. And the thing is, I'm already not that big a fan of candy corn.
I ate so much of it at our house in Reno. It was in the candy dish by the fireplace. It came out in the fall. It was the Indian corn at the bottom with the chocolate. I think I ate about 3 bags a year, and I would just hork that stuff down.
Ew.
And I can't anymore. We bought one just like 10, 15 years ago, and I couldn't swallow it. I just spit it out. It was just like eating one of those wax lips, and I just couldn't. Those wax gum, the wax candy. I just couldn't. It's more nostalgia now.
Well,
again,
Sean is already saying that this is waxy sugar.
It's waxy sugar. I mean,
I like what Wanda said.
Just chew on a candle.
She says candy corn is the devil. And I agree.
I mean, it's very sweet, and I guess when you're a kid, it's different. So I have very fond memories, but this should not be Christmas. No, shame on you.
Here's another one that might be a talking point with some people. All right.
Russell Stover's.
Russell Stover, Whitman's. These are all samplers that you see at Christmas time.
At CVS.
CVS, exactly. The thing is that I don't know how much that 10-ounce package of Whitman's costs.
Oh, about $2 or $3. It's like $1.99.
Mars says, you done crossed the line now.
Yeah. I told you, these are gonna also we're not pissing anybody off. This is just in fun.
Sherry would agree with you. She saw a sampling of our lineup for tonight before she went on vacation. And she was telling me that she has a soft spot in her heart for Whitman samplers, mainly because she gave them to a boy that she had a crush on when she was in high school, college.
That's it.
But you see, Sean says, what about C's candy?
Oh, gosh,
now
no. C's candy does not belong on this list at all. Because
when I think of a sampler, I think of C's
candy. No, that's...
Because C's candy for me is...
It's the best.
Chocolate. I mean,
it's the best chocolate. And it's horribly expensive.
Yeah, they are the platinum standard on chocolate, over-the-counter chocolate.
Yeah, they really are.
I mean,
they're fantastic.
They're spot on. They're considered up there perfection. I mean, you're like, am I going to really spend $70 for a half a pound of chocolate? And I'm not joking. It's $70 for a half a pound of chocolate. But there's a reason why. So I buy premium chocolate because if I'm going to take the calories in.
Okay, Sean is saying, you'll need to send me a box of C's candy so I can try.
Just go ahead.
You know what? They do ship.
They actually have a great store on the interwebs.
But you definitely want to wait for winter because otherwise...
I don't think they ship now.
They will...
It might melt in transit.
Yes, it will melt in transit right now. I don't think they will ship during the summer because of that.
Oh, speaking of the devil.
Oh, there's
just
Sherry.
Like Beetlejuice. You say her name 3 times, she conjures up.
But yeah, Whitman's is definitely on the list because for us, it's about C's.
Yeah, so
that's what it is. But like I said, it was going to be a talking point for some people. Some people really love these. I'm not a fan myself.
You got one. It was a Russell Stover's, and we tried.
I tried. I did try
Russell It was Stover's. Last year. He got one for Christmas. It was one of the things, and I just had to just give it a try. And then immediately it went into the trash.
It's not premium chocolate.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was just sweet. Never had candy corn with peanuts.
Never had candy corn with peanuts, but I am now. Sounds great.
Oh.
I've never tried it that way, Ken. All right. Here's number 2. And this is going to be another one that's going to be fighting
this
words.
is going to be big.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of people out there that love peppermint bark. I know that.
This is huge.
It sells every year. You can pick it up at Williams-Sonoma. You can pick it up.
Everything's peppermint bark.
Peppermint bark. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan, and I do not understand why so many people just go absolutely nuts for a slab of white chocolate with candy cane on top. If I want a candy cane, I'm having a candy cane. I don't want white chocolate selling the flavor of it.
I got it when it first came out with the food trend in the early to mid 90s. This came out. And I thought it was humorous. Who doesn't like a slab of chocolate with some peppermint on it? To me, it's overdone and it's just, it's overrated. To me.
It's also very sweet. Oh, but you see, Michelle, she makes her own. Okay, Michelle.
We did have some where I had a worker client. They got really good chocolate. They melted it and they put it on little things. So it was, I can only eat a little bit of it, but see, I knew we were going to piss people off to no end. Yeah,
I like what Sean has to say. I'll eat my candy cane with chocolate orange instead. Yeah.
There was a little message from Alex a little bit ago where he said he's going to have to be going to Japan sometime soon. And he's going to bring back some Kit Kats for us to sample.
Please, I would love a taste of Japan. I would love that.
Anybody have access to your food? You can ship it without costing, giving up an appendage.
Have you ever had a lot of flavors of Kit Kat? I had some Kit Kat once. A friend of mine at work brought some back from Japan when he went for a baseball game with the A's. The Oakland A's were playing there as an exhibition. But he brought back several flavors of Kit Kat. It was amazing. The different flavors.
Wanda, behave.
So I can't wait.
You dirty little bird. Did you get the third base? On her boyfriend for Sherry.
Yeah, for Sherry.
Oh, dear Lord.
I know.
And Jonathan, first off, Williams-Sonoma is an overpriced store, so who goes looking for candy there?
I shop there all the time.
This candy isn't my thing. Thank you. Okay, so we're not alone on peppermint bark.
It can be, again, all this can be great in, as a bite. It's just...
There are a couple of honorable mentions here, so let's go ahead.
Again,
let's do the first.
Before we get to number 1.
Yeah, let's do the first honorable
mention.
I am convinced that these show up every Christmas, and it's like fruitcake. It's the same candy every year, but someone just gives it out. They manage to collect them and give them out.
They make tons of commercials of it, and they equate this to Christmas. If you look at Hallmark and go back, tons of Christmas commercials are made with Ferrero Rocher. I don't know how you say it.
Ferrero Rocher, yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
Yeah, Kathy, I hate these. I don't like them. I
just...
But Noah loves them.
I can.
Wanda, she's allergic to nuts, so this is hazelnuts out for her. But notice the packaging of this. Ferrero Rocher, the golden experience. Is it though?
Really?
It's a very sweet chocolate with hazelnuts.
You gotta like hazelnuts, and I do. But this is, again, down a little thing. I'm just not a fan.
You're better off with a spoonful of Nutella.
Derek says, Greg loves them. Not me. Too much work to open, and it's like eating air. Nothing there. Yeah, so definitely.
I never had any interest in trying these.
And probably never will.
You just have to try and nibble on once to say I did it, and then you never have to do it again. Check mark it off your list, Danny. So, it's just, I don't know why these are really Christmassy.
The slogan sounds very Euro.
This is a very, very Christmassy.
I love that. All right. Now let's go ahead and do a second honorable mention before we get to number 1. Now, from my experience, this is one of those things you either just absolutely love or you absolutely hate.
And I love everything cherry. And when I mean everything cherry, it could be... I can't. These just something... I was at my old job, and one of the project managers came. I had to excuse myself and spit it out. It was so nasty. Oh, man.
Just, no, you went there. See, I am not a fan of this.
Oh, God.
I want you to take a look at the packaging. Just above the net weight, it says artificially flavored.
That's it.
My question is it the chocolate that's artificially flavored or the cherry? Or
Both.
is it both?
Oh, see, yeah, we're going to lose people. The views that are just going to drop like flies.
Well,
I know.
Love these.
But, oh my
Some
gosh.
people love these, and then there are people like Kathy who say they always taste like they're about 5 years old.
Okay, listener, do you all give zero? We have.
Yes.
On a rare occasion, we have.
These, I actually had these where someone made them, but they were infused with alcohol, of course. But they were real cherries, and they made their own homemade cherry cordials. Unbelievable. These are gross. But so if you get it done right, they could be... I love cherry chocolate.
But have you ever had cherry cordial ice cream?
Yes.
Mara wants to know. I have, and it's delicious.
It is.
If it's from the right manufacturer, it's delicious.
Cherry and chocolate it's a combination in heaven. Add some almonds are in it. I'm
unfortunately these cherry cordials not so much.
Sorry, Queen.
Sorry, people. But Queen Anne. No.
Is it Annie?
Queen Anne.
It has an E at the very end.
Yeah, Anne. Queen Anne.
Anne is A-N-N.
Yeah, A-N-N-E as well.
Oh, I thought it was Annie.
You have to have an I in there for Annie.
Oh, okay. I hear people say E-R-I-C-K, and it's Bob.
Okay, let's get to
there we go. Number 1.
Let's get to number 1. Okay.
If it's the peppermint one, it's like chewing toothpaste. It is nasty. I had one, and it was like dry, nasty toothpaste. No. No.
Oh, my gosh.
What the heck are
those? Danny's asking, what the heck are those?
Very soft, chewy. It could be with peppermint or like wintergreen.
Danny, go to your local Winco.
It's like taffy.
At Christmas time, you will see these in the bulk aisle of candies. They always sell these. People buy them. I'm not one of them. I do not like Christmas nougat at all.
No. It's...
And yes, Wanda, you're right. The plastic is usually stuck to them too.
Yes, they're usually like they're either hard as a rock, or they're so soft everything just peels like taffy.
Yeah, and there it is, straight from the Brock's bin at the supermarket.
I'm not a toffee or a taffy person.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of comments in here. Someone said they didn't like almond roca, and Jonathan is saying that he's not a toffee person.
Dental work? Yeah, if you have any dental issues or you care about your teeth, this is not what you need to do. It's not even for the holiday season.
Ben, did you see Alex's comment? He says it looks like a pus-filled boil.
I don't look at boils that are full of pus, so I don't go around and like, ooh, look at that. That's a real...
But you see, there are some people that absolutely love these. Cassidy loves these.
Yeah. These are all...
Again, yeah, this is definitely one of those things of personal preference.
Yep. And these are all very subjective.
But they're just...
But that, I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun. I think we'll probably go back and we'll do this again later on in the year.
We were talking, and we're going to look at our people here into a production thing of what Halloween candy should not be given out on Halloween.
So we'll probably revisit this topic.
Like the worst Halloween candy.
But instead of Christmas candy, it's going to be Halloween candy.
Halloween. We're going to do a Halloween theme.
So, yeah.
So that's just kind of like...
But that was it. Oh, wow. What a show. And we didn't even have crafts tonight.
No. I had issues.
You always have issues, Doug.
Oh, God, your digestive system.
Goodness. By the way, I also want to let people know we are we're in talking stages right now of having Ken Smith visit our show in a couple of weeks.
Oh, cool.
To promote his podcast, the North Pole News Dispatch. So we'll have Ken on in a couple of weeks, but we'll tell more about that as we get closer to that. So, but I want to make sure that people know that he's going to be on the show, and we're looking forward to that. So we love Christmas here, obviously.
Oh,
and we cannot wait.
We have a Halloween tree up, people.
Yeah, we do.
A big black tree, so I stare at it every morning.
Now, we're just about closing in on the Moment of Groovy. I want to explain a couple of things about that. One, you're going to see various things that we already showed you here on the show. But one thing...
We're going to have a quiz on this.
Yeah. One thing is you're going to see a cat. And I have named this cat Toulouse. And that's because Toulouse, this cat, looks like very much like Toulouse when I was a kid. Ben and I, and it was our brother Ron's cat.
But you guys always said this was a
dirty cat. We would go outside and then come inside to pee and poop on the carpet and then go back outside. He was a stupid cat.
Yeah, it was all full of like bugs and always dirty.
He was a dirty cat, but he was an outdoor cat. He always stuck around outside, loved it,
but never peed and pooped. Only came inside to do that.
But the cat you see in this video is very skittish, and that's because he's feral. But someone's obviously feeding and watering these cats. They have a source of food and water.
Do I know about this? Is this at your work?
This is at work, yeah.
Oh, but you've been talking about this cat.
They kind of live in an area in between buildings, properties. So I don't know exactly where they hang out most of the day. But in the morning, they always seem to be hanging out in the parking lot. And this one cat always seems to be right there waiting for me to say hi. And so... yeah, it's the weird thing.
Yeah.
It's the weird thing. So you'll see that.
One of these days, he is going to bring an animal home. Even though we've and I'm going to have
I doubt that, Doug. I doubt that very much.
Okay.
I don't know.
And one quick question here, very important, update on the jam. We have our boutique.
Dining room full of it.
Yes, our boutique that we're selling at is on Wednesday.
Have you taken video footage of all the jam on the table?
Not yet. That's going to be next week. You'll see it on the table.
There's a lot of
You'll see it on display at the boutique, along with the rest of the boutique that we're doing. You'll see video of that.
Once we get done with Wednesday, we'll tell everybody what we have left over, and then we're going to take orders because we want to make it on demand because this is very labor intensive. We were supposed to do a lot on Saturday, but it was 105, and I was sick and weird, and I am not sitting for 20 to 25 minutes with 2 pots on full blast.
Right.
Boiling.
But I will say this, and that is we have a lullaberry, raspberry, we have a few apple pie,
strawberry banana,
and
we're making the apricot habanero tomorrow.
Tomorrow night we are making apricot habanero or apricot. So
those are our
5 flavors.
And
that's what we have. And thank you so much, Richard. Appreciate that. Gracious. Thank you.
Yeah,
and everyone, thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. We had so much fun with this, really. And we missed Sherry, but she will be back next Monday night.
Hey, she doesn't. I didn't want to hear Ben bitch about glue gun.
Beep beep. So anyway, you're going to see lots of stuff here in the Moment of Groovy. Things about the travel day that we did for the day trip. And then you'll also see Toulouse at the beginning.
So you want to see a little of our video travels? So please stay tuned.
Check it out. Everyone have a magical evening. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Ben.
You've been watching PTV Live Holiday Edition. We'll be back next Monday night, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, with one more for Monday night in July for Christmas in July. It's going to be the last call. Everyone, It's time for your moment of groovy.
Bye.
Good night.